Hello and welcome to Board Stupid. My name's Wayne.
And I'm Matt.
And this is our review of Aurum by Pandasaurus Games. Aurum will play 3 to 4 players. We'll play in about half an hour and is a trick-taking game.
A very interesting one.
A very interesting trick-taking game.
But
and,
before you go forwards, they need to hit the subscribe
That's
button.
more interesting. Even more interesting.
Don't tell them the other stuff until they hit the subscribe button. You want to know what this is about? Hit the subscribe button.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh,
appreciate it.
Once you're there, while you're there, why don't you check the Into the AM link in the description for a 10% discount on all their fantastic t-shirts and graphic t-shirts and stuff. Absolutely, they do some mental stuff.
Really, really nice stuff.
Absolutely, super good, super high quality, super good fitting. Definitely check it. Once you've done these two things, now you can say what you were going to say about Aurum.
It's really good. Let's go check that out.
Let's go. So, Wayne, you told us that this game is good, and
Yes.
I know it's good because we
played it. Yeah.
And did you want to tell us a little bit more about the gameplay, how this game differs from the others?
I will, absolutely. So, trick-taking is a bit of a boom at the moment, Matt. There is tons of trick-taking stuff. Arguably started with The Crew, which came out and blasted everything out of the water with cooperative trick-taking, and everyone went, what the hell, why are you doing that? Actually, it works. And then you had Fox in the Forest, I think, which is a 2-player trick-taking game.
Love it.
And people went, what is that? And now we have Aurum, which is a trick-taking but backwards.
With a twist.
With a twist. So instead of having to follow the suit, in Aurum, you cannot follow the suit. So when you're playing a red card, I can play anything except red.
Yeah.
Okay? Which is very interesting and makes for very sort of mind-bending gameplay, which is very exciting. There are, of course, trump suits in the game as well, which can give you lots of points if you collect
gold cards.
with the gold cards as well. And what is even more interesting about this game is it has a little bidding mechanism. Matt.
That is really nice. That was really fun to
Nice little risk-reward type thing. So before the hands even get played, you will bid using one of your cards on how many tricks you think you are going to win. If you bid exactly right, and you win that number of tricks, you'll get double the number of points at the end, which is fantastic. If you get less tricks, you'll get absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
If you get more tricks, you will only get what you originally bid.
Yeah.
So if you get exactly right, you get double that amount, which is just amazing. Really, really cool.
It's a great mechanic. So you basically bet on yourself. How good are you gonna be during that game?
And you're taking a look at what you've been dealt as well. You know the cards are limited, right?
Yeah.
Like in any trick-taking game, so you can take a look.
And it's really interesting that it's got this mechanics at a certain point. If you won the tricks that you wanted to win, you still got like a few hands to play. You want to be losing tricks. Yeah, you want to lose. So it's a very interesting mechanic when, especially like we like a higher count of people. Like
you play in a team, obviously, which is quite fun.
You start seeing like people that wanted to lose while other people wanted to win, and it creates a very interesting mechanics.
Very interesting. And if you're playing the 4-player game where you're playing in teams, that's very fun because obviously your bid counts for your team.
Yeah.
So if your teammate starts winning tricks and you're like, please stop winning tricks, I've only got high cards. So that's very exciting.
So telling about that, so the game, the players for the games is 3 players to play
4 players,
the basic game.
Yeah.
That is quite weird, having a 3 players.
It's then it's just competitive.
Yeah.
3-way competitive.
Or 4 players where you play 2 versus 2.
Yeah, and that's wonderful. I mean, they both work just fine. I think the 4-player game is better than the 3-player game, but the 3-player game...
I do like the 3-player games. I find it like very... a little bit stressful in a competitive game scenario. It's still playing a game, but
yeah, we talk about that a lot on the channel. Well, I do at least, which is turn stress, turn anxiety. When you're like, what am I going to do with my turn? Something's coming around. This game gives you that little feeling in a nice little microcosm. In half an hour, you're going to be playing essentially 3 games of this to try and win the majority of these tokens. And if you win the majority of them, you or your team wins. And it's as simple as that.
It's a very simple game, but very well designed. It takes, again, something simple as the trick taking.
Yeah.
It takes it to a different,
Slightly different
space.
Yeah.
And I think when someone manages to do something like that, it's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely. You always got to applaud little bits of innovation, and there is enough in here to make it feel different to all of the other trick takers on the market.
Yeah.
And certainly still worth the £10 or so that you can pick this game
Yeah,
up for,
yeah.
which is also worth the mention. Great value for this game.
Yeah, it is. Still, it's a card game. I really like the artwork. Is this very like kind of like
astrology, that's right.
Astrology.
It's like metallurgy, I think, is the idea, where it's about converting metals or something like that, or base metals. I can't remember, into gold, whatever.
But it's very nice, quite like unique, very unique to this game.
Yeah.
And again, this is another very nice pub game. If you
very
are
nice, very. If you're in a group of 4,
yeah,
great pub game for that. Group 3, group 4, very, very good one. I will say that if you have the first edition of this, then the rules, bit of a mess. There's some things missing on the 3-player and that are on the 4-player, so that's confusing. And then there's also bits missing about how to break some ties. That has been resolved online, so you can find all the FAQs, etc. I think is resolved in later printings, so just something to be aware of. But the game itself, even aside from those things, is an absolutely solid trick taker and certainly worth a look, especially for the price. So Matt, should we dig into the production of this game?
Yeah, let's do it.
Matt, it's going to be a short one.
Yeah.
There's some cards.
It's cards. And you got this
some nuggets,
and 1 token. To be honest, it's a
card game.
It is a £10, $10-15, whatever it is, game. I think I really like the artwork.
The cards are fine. They've got this lovely matte finish, actually, to be fair. It could be worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely nothing
So
wrong
I
with
would
that.
say nothing innovative, nothing groundbreaking, but at the same time, everything done very well.
Nothing to complain about, but I will say, because I've got to show this off, best thing about this, look at this, look at this shiny gold box. Look at that, isn't that ridiculous? Can't even see that because the reflection is so bright. That is insane. Anyway, almost worth the £10.
Nice touch.
Yeah,
nice touch. Yeah,
almost worth the 10
yeah.
quid. The gold shiny insert.
So yeah, I would say again, very small box, goes in easily in a bag or in a backpack, whatever you got, and yeah, bring it down to the pub.
Play some games of Aurum. Should we go to the final thoughts, Matt?
Yeah, let's do it.
Matt, who might this game be for? I mean, it seems obvious to say if you like trick taking, right? But it's probably true.
So I would say if you like Uno, this is I need to mention.
Never say Uno. Always mention Uno.
No, it's again, it's a very good pub game, party game for a 3 to 4 people group. It's something that you teach very in just a few minutes.
If you know trick taking, this is easy to explain. If you don't, then the concepts of trick taking are weird for people.
Yeah,
initially, but once you get it, it's
fun. Once you get it, it's pretty at that point you're counting. So if you can count, probably you can play the game. Yeah. That's depending how many drinks you had at that point.
Quite. Yeah, one of those.
But no, I would say that everyone that is into board games and wants a more challenging games to bring at the pub that is not it's
just
not
like a deck of cards. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
This is really fun to play. Whoever likes a very nice card game to play in a group. Game.
It's a bit of an interesting one, this, because I think with 35 to 45 minutes, as is the box time, it's somewhat longer than I might imagine for something in this little exercise. You know
that's why I was saying, if you like to bring on the pub, on the pub table something a little bit more complicated. Yeah. Not because the game is complicated, it's just because it's long, it's slightly longer, it takes more time, it's not one of those 10 minutes game.
Yeah, absolutely. I think if you are a fan of trick taking, but again, you quite like the idea of this constant innovation that we're seeing, and if you haven't already seen a do not follow game, this does do not follow in a very interesting way, especially with the bidding system behind it, which is, I think, what makes this thing really sing. So
absolutely.
Let's go into the final rating, shall we?
All right, Wayne, final thought and your kind of rating of the game. What's your idea?
Absolutely. Well, when we picked this game up, I say when we picked this game up, thank you, Pandasaurus, for sending us our review copy, and we appreciate you very much. We played this at Spiel, because I took it with us, and we played a quite a lot of it. And
Yeah.
then I took it around your house, and then we played it as a 4.
Yeah,
and we played
yeah.
a couple of games of it as well. And each time you went like this, you went, I'm not sure about that. And then the second time we went, well, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's
and then
true.
the third time
That
we went,
is
well, that's
true.
quite interesting.
Yeah,
and then the fourth time, like, this is pretty good.
That is very, very true. Yeah,
right?
I remember. Like, I think the first time
you're
that
like,
we
it's
played.
like Uno. Maybe you didn't say that.
I didn't say that. I remember. Yeah, the first time it took me a little. Like, I had to play a game before I actually got
that's all right.
proper into.
It's a bit of a grower really, which is quite interesting. For me, this sits quite happily in my 3 out of 5 rating, which you can see down below. I'd be more than happy to play this if you suggested it, but I'm not about to run out and suggest that we play it as the first option. If I've got 30 to 45 minutes to spend, there's other games which you can check in that video, which I'll probably pick first.
That's true. Yeah, I absolutely agree with you. It's a 3 out of 5 for me as well.
3, though, so it's a solid game.
It's a game that if I'm traveling with a group of people, it will definitely go in my bag.
100% right. This is a great travel game.
This will definitely go in my bag because for the small size, the small cost,
card-based, it
can
players.
play. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, absolutely. I really like it. It took me a few plays to get to the point where I'm like, oh yeah, why not? But yeah, the time of like half an hour, 40 minutes is it's a little bit of an obstacle sometimes. But hey, if you're on holiday,
exactly. If you're traveling, you need something small. That's
Yeah.
the one. And again, we do encourage you to check out our ratings below and what they mean, because it's not about a objective breakdown of
it's
mechanisms.
not. Yeah, exactly. We never do. For us, it's not like a 5 out of 5. There could be like 2 5 out of 5 that are completely different.
Exactly.
It's more like read down below
You'll see.
and you'll see before start shouting at us.
Yeah, that this is a 2 or a 1 or yeah. No. Anyway, so what do you think? Have you played Aurum? Is it comparable to the other amazing trick-taking games that have been released in the last 3 to 4 years? Does it do enough differently to entice you to purchase it and give it a go?
Yeah, and I would say for £10, I'll pick it up and give it a go anyway.
Absolutely,
But,
I think you certainly should.
Yeah, but apart from that, after you went out and bought this one, click the red button so you can subscribe, find out all the magnificent things that
no tricks,
we bring
no
to
taking,
you.
just subscribing.
And apart from that, don't forget to check the Into the AM link in description for the 10% discount on all that fantastic t-shirt.
Go bag yourself some clothes.
Yeah,
treat yourself. Why not?
Treat yourself.
It's probably someone's birthday.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Probably.
it's always someone's birthday.
Yeah,
isn't it?
so hit the link, give yourself a discount too.
And after that,
You know what to do. Check out the rest of the stuff, like our stuff, and we'll catch you again real soon.
ciao.